Yeah, yeah. What's up, people? How y'all doing? What's going on? We all right over here? I don't know. So we good? Hello, everybody. My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. We in the building. What's up to my moderators? Volume's up loud. I'm talking loud. We in the building, man. Well, it's Friday, fam. It's Friday. What's up to Ebony, Bug Bewley, and Black Mamba if you're in the building? I want to thank the Tim Black Wolfpack for coming out. It's Friday night, and that means I don't expect most of you here. But for those that are here, you get a special edition. This is Freestyle Friday, which means we do viewer requests, we talk, we chop it up. It's going to be what it's going to be, fam. And I'm hoping that people will participate because, you know, I can talk about anything for an hour, right, Buck? But I want it to be interactive. I want to make sure the topics are, something that we all want to vibe on. So that's what it is. If you're new to the show, this is a political commentary, Black culture channel. I'm not a newscaster. Never said I was. Have no intention of being one. It's kind of late in the game now to try. Basically, what we do on this channel is we discuss topics, we look at what's happening in the news, what's going on in our world, and we distill it, we break it down, we explain why it's important and what it means. And that's commentary, and that's what I do. We got 7,000 videos just on this channel. Give it up for that. Yeah. We're all across the internet. We're on social, pretty much anywhere you be, I be, except Threads. I mean, I got an account on Threads. I just never be there. Yeah, I don't think I'm desired. I don't think I'm welcome on Threads. Put it that way. Yeah. Or Blue Sky. But it's a beautiful thing to be, you got to know what room to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, don't force yourself in an area that ain't for you. You ain't got to be everywhere, fam. You don't need to be in every room. You don't need to be with every clique. You don't need to try to click up with everyone. You don't need to vibe with everybody. Everybody's not for you and you're not for everybody. And if you are, that's probably because you're sitting in the middle. Yeah. You're doing that fake mentality, that fake style. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that are those people that put on those airs. It's that corporate nonsense where they pretend, they pretend to like people when they don't like them. That fake stuff. We don't do that. So don't do your life like that. I don't do my show like that. I perfectly understand if some people don't like what we do here. That's cool. That's good. That means I'm doing my job. Because if everybody likes you, nobody really likes you. Because in order to be really loved, fam, people got to hate you. There's people that got to be disagreeable with you. They got to be like, nah, I don't like that guy. Other people are like, damn, I need to check him out. That's how that works. So I embrace that, fam. I'm happy with that. So we've been having a lot of conversations lately on a lot of topics. That's crazy, fam. That's crazy. OM Superstar says, I just came across your channel, Tim Black. I just subscribed. That's what's up, man. Give it up for OM.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
I didn't mean to hit that second button. Well, welcome to the channel, fam. I don't know where they've been hiding you at. This algorithm's crazy, fam. I can't call it. I've been on this. I've been doing content. I've been a content creator. I've had my own show. Damn. 14 years? 2012? Yeah, man. And anyway, I'm glad I found you. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad we've been, we could rock together. So, pay us enough to live. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Bruce Newsom, what's up, baby? How you doing, fam? That's an important topic my man just said. I don't know if it was a man or a woman. Johnson said, one of the Johnsons, Copper brand said, pay us enough to live. Copper. Let me put that back on the screen. I like that. That's a good jumping off point. Check this out, fam. So when we having conversations about, when we chopping it up, right? When we discussing these issues, right? One thing I try to pride myself on is I try not to judge based on party. I try not to judge based on what the media tell me either. I want to make my decisions based on policy, based on if the person seems to be real, because that's a real thing, fam. I don't mean superstition. I mean, you get a sense for people when they're on the up and up. You got a good intuition. If you didn't have good intuition, you probably wouldn't be alive right now. Copper look like he a black man. If you a black man in America, I think you got to have good intuition, or you either be in jail for the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying, or you don't be here, because you got to be able to determine when to make a move, when not to make a move, who to be around, who not to be around, what alleys not to go down, when it's time to let something go, when it's time to separate yourself from certain people. This is how we have to navigate life. And what I'm saying all that to say is, when I interviewed Andrew Yang, who remembers Andrew Yang when he ran for president? All right, so when I interviewed Andrew Yang, one of the things he talked about was universal basic income. Yeah, y'all remember that, right? So at the time, right? Well, first of all, it was a dope conversation. We talked about that. We talked about a federal jobs guarantee. We talked about robotics and AI. This was 2020. Yeah. And as you know, a lot of that came to be. He talked about the trucking industry and how that was going to get decimated if they brought in these robots that drive the trucks. You wouldn't need drivers, right? We had some good conversations. So Andrew Yang, I was interested in his policies, and still, those two policies are strong-ass policies, because we are getting to a point. I know people got in their heads that, man, these people are freeloaders. They want something for free. They don't want to work for it. Family, we already did the work. America already did the work. America's where it is in the economy, the world economy, right? And when you get to a certain point with technology, fam, a lot of jobs become obsolete. I don't know what y'all been drinking, fam, but everybody can't code. Everybody can't code. My dad worked in the construction industry for 50 years. He was still going to job sites up to 6 months before he died, fam. That's who he was. That's what he did. And when he wasn't doing that during the week, on the weekends, he'd have side jobs. I did a few of them with him. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up. You can't tell that man to go code. Some people repeat things they hear goofies online say, or these cable news talking heads say. We got farmers, we got construction workers, we got truck drivers. We have all types of people from all walks of life, fam, doing all types of jobs. We have cooks, chefs. I mean, all of the industries that we have. Not to mention all the jobs that are being overtaken by basic, low-level AI computations and what have you. those agents. Yeah. So we're gonna have to decide, do we want everybody running up in everybody's house? I don't think people get it. I don't think they get it, fam. I don't think they thinking this clearly. Man, stop listening to the right wing. No, real talk, man. Stop listening to them with their logic about people don't want to work hard. Man, Americans are more productive than we've ever been. American workers get more shit done now than they've ever done. We've advanced, baby. And so you're supposed to benefit as a society from the output of the society, fam. You're not supposed to just say, okay, everybody kill each other, because now the jobs are drying up. Nah, man, we got to all benefit from that. Your kids are supposed to benefit from the technology coming through. And we're not supposed to let people starve because we advance past the point where certain jobs are no longer available or no longer make any damn sense. I mean, I remember 15 years ago, fam, when I was working at the FedEx field. This is where I think that's what they called it at the time, when the Washington Redskins got their stadium. Maryland, stand up. DMV, stand up. When I was working at the Washington Redskins FedEx Arena, right? This is early 2000s. One of the guys there was telling me about one of his friends that lived in Michigan or Detroit, was somewhere in that area. I think it was Michigan. And he was saying how, man, the technology was we already saw this coming, fam. He was like, there are people that work on that job at the auto factory that stand there and watch the robot work. The union was doing everything it could do to keep people's jobs. But the fact is, the robots were foolproof. There was less problems, less accidents, less waste of materials, more accurate labor being produced by the robots. So what you gonna do, lay everybody off? They got union contracts. So what happened is, some of the workers, they had to stay on the clock, they had to get paid, they had families. But it made sense. What else could you do? You couldn't just break the contract and fire everybody, send them home, and tell them to go code, go learn Chat GPT, go learn Clyde, go learn Grok. There was no Clyde, there was no Grok, there was no Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? When we having these conversations, man, as we get further and further, right, in the technology, man, we gotta think people first, fam. You gotta stop looking at your fellow man, your fellow American is garbage. You gotta stop listening to propaganda that tells you that person doesn't work hard. The leading cause of homelessness, the leading cause of bankruptcy, is not people going down to Las Vegas. It's not people betting online, fam. It's medical debt. Because we have a predatory medical debt system. A predatory sick care business. You know what I'm saying? It's all for profit. It's all about making money. So we gotta, it's a lot of things we gotta do, but one of those things, fam, we gotta do is we gotta get people's minds out of thinking the worst about one another. Look, the rich people got you thinking this shit, fam. I strongly believe it's all the rich folks, man. In fact, I'm not even gonna say believe. The rich bastards that run this country and run these corporations and run this media want you at somebody else's neck who's broke as you. And want you to blame them for their plight. They want you to blame them for their condition. You understand what I'm saying? To take the heat off the people that you should be blaming. They want you to see somebody homeless and say, they failed us. They failed their family. They are failures. They don't want you to even know. More than likely, Pop got cancer and the bills are astronomical and the family couldn't pay it. Insurance denied coverage. And that family on the street. So it was a great conversation with Andrew Yang. But see, he wasn't chosen by the DNC. And I'm not saying he would have been a great president. I'm not even saying that. In fact, he seemed to be kind of, like maybe he, I don't know. I could kind of tell he didn't really, he thought I was beneath him being on my show. I'm going to say it, man. People told me they felt it too. Like he was kind of like, let me get this black mofo. Let me give him a half an eye. But he did that though. But it did seem like, I don't know, like he felt like he should have been on CNN. So I'm not saying he would have been a good president, but what I'm saying is that don't mean he didn't have a good idea too. That doesn't mean he was running on all BS. That doesn't mean that some of the things he said wasn't useful. And the DNC decided it was going to be Biden. The DNC decided it would be Biden. Yeah. Joe Biden didn't have any ideas as fresh as Andrew Yang. He didn't have any ideas. None. He had no ideas. He had the least amount of ideas of any presidential candidate. Only person who had less ideas than Joe Biden was Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was so bad, she had less ideas than Biden, and she had just been his vice president. You can't make this shit up. So it is what it is. But thank you, Copper, for bringing that up, fam. I think that's an important point, man. Pay us enough to live. Now, you may have just been talking about minimum wage. But you see, I want to go the hard route. You know what I'm saying? I want to go the other route. I love it. There you go, Patty. Conquer and divide, fam. That's right. And we play into it all the time, don't we? We play into it all the time. I'm not saying there aren't reasons to be upset with people. But it ain't everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody. One thing I can't stand, man, is how the media tries to make us turn on each other. And I mean that by Black America turn on Black America. You see what I'm saying? That right there, when I say that, what I mean is, okay, I just put out a video of Officer Tatum, right? Now I know Officer Tatum, really. If it was up to me, we kick him out of the Black American. I mean, I'm just saying, man, he can go, man. I mean, I'd trade him for a box of stamps at this point. Because he's such a scumbag. He's a scumbag, man. He says things that, he says and does things that are totally unethical. Right? But put it this way, fam. He'll look at it in my video, he looks at videos, instances that involve Black people, and then he attributes everything negative that he sees to the entire Black American community. And then he others Black America. He says, man, Black Americans are doing this and doing that, and they have problem with their attitudes, and Black Americans, they need to get it together. And so he does that. Look, man, I got no problems if you marry a white person or a Latino or Asian or Native American. Man, woman, dog, tree, house. There are people that fall in love with inanimate objects too. You do know this, right? I saw a special years ago. Somebody tried to marry a bridge, fam. We got some sick puppies. But my point is, we got people that make a living throwing us under the bus in ways. I don't know, man. We were coming up, man. It'd be somebody outside waiting to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Maybe it's always existed. It just seems totally different now on social media. So when I say, we turn on each other, you know what I'm saying? That's true. But there's some people, man, that make it really hard not to turn on them because they make a living of going after and stereotyping, particularly Black America. Now, you know, they exist in all groups. But I want y'all to check out my video with covering Officer Tatum in Amazing Lucas. Yeah, that's a good video. Yeah, man. Where them brothers from, man? I think I know where Officer Tatum's from. I think he's from Texas. Where's Lucas from? Nobody want to claim him, huh? Anybody know where Amazing Lucas is from? You know what I'm saying? Amazing Lucas is from Brooklyn? Yo, what's up, Rain the Tears? How you doing, fam? I don't know, fam. The Hodge twins come to mind. Hodge twins. Yeah, man. It's hard to love a Hodge twin. Yeah. Wow, that's a good question. What's the next step for Black Americans politically? Man, who said that? Law? Lou Chains. Lou Chains. Did I say it right? Lou Chains. You know what, man? That's starting to, you know, I rock with 2 Chains. I like 2 Chains, man. He seemed like he had down to earth, as down to earth as you could be being a multimillionaire, very successful, 20 years. But when I'm hearing him just rock, just talk, just vibing, he seemed like he's grounded. And I appreciate that about him. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Man, as far as where we need to go politically, I can tell you this. I have no evidence. Now I say it. Look, the only place we can go is non-denominational. We're not going to get anywhere politically if we stay glued to the Democratic Party. That's why I go as hard as I do in the paint. I go so hard in the paint because I truly believe we will stay where we are, stuck on stupid, if we don't get away from the Democratic Party. And for the record, that doesn't mean you never ever get to vote for another Democrat. It means you got to get something for your vote. And getting something for your vote cannot be orange man bad, therefore vote for this guy. That's not enough. That ain't enough, man. That ain't no tangible. We are past the point, fam. We've been voting for the Democratic Party for the last 60 years. Every election cycle, without break. The closest we got to breaking from the Democratic Party was a cumulative of, 13 points voting for the Republican. The next demographic is half as loyal to whatever party as we are. You understand what I'm saying? And still that ain't enough because we are the beast of burden. We are the help. It's our job to carry the weight. It's our job. And you know who makes it our job? Those people making money. The Roland Martins. The Al Sharptons. These people that for whatever reason, too many older Americans and younger ones too, believe that these old people who picked up all this money from the Democratic Party and adjacent organizations, non-government organizations, they pick up money from on a regular basis. For some reason, they believe those people got their best interest. It's delusional, fam. 60 years voting for one party almost exclusively, and you still stay at the bottom. I'll use California as an example. I'll use Los Angeles as an example. Black Americans are 7% of the population of Los Angeles. We are 40% of the homeless rate. We're 50% of homeless families. That's entire families, including the dog living on the street. Now, you may think that's good enough. That's okay. I tend to think it's not okay. I say it's very much unacceptable. Can you believe if a governor of a state that's doing that bad for Black Americans, a city within a state that's doing that bad for Black Americans, would fix their mouth to try to run for something, a higher office? You should be running to get away. You should be running to seclude yourself. But now he's just sitting up there running, just out front, doing this like he gonna get a promotion. That's how bad it is. If you suck at your job, you're not supposed to look for a promotion. You're supposed to be glad to pick up your paycheck. But that's how it is in the Democratic Party. Somehow, the people that are homeless will get blamed. Somehow the people that are struggling will get blamed. And it'll be their fault they're struggling. As if everybody want to live outdoors. It's like a choice. So yeah, to answer your question, the political outlook for Black Americans, I don't know what we're going to do. I know what we have to do. And I know there are people that don't want this message to reach others. So they want to say Tim Black is a white nationalist. That's the latest buzzword, you know? When I say, hey man, 20 million people came through the southern border under Biden. And I say, hey, we all know Black Americans are last hired, first fired. We know there's rank discrimination against Black Americans. So who do you think is less likely to get hired for jobs? Us, right? That's why we say we the first fired, last hired, right? So let me get this right. You bring in 20 million people, where'd they go work at? See, when I bring up simple things like that, ask that question. Instead of thinking about defending Black Americans, and some of these people are Black Americans. Instead of thinking, damn, okay, Tim Black's fighting for Black Americans. They say Tim Black's a white nationalist. Man, I can't help it. If you ask a white nationalist, you ask a Black man what time it is, we might both say 10:46 because we both have on the watch. The time is the time is the time. That don't mean we the same. That means we both know how to tell time. We got people that don't want us to stand on business. See, I made my mind up. This ain't about me being people's friend. This ain't about me getting along. This ain't about me avoiding scrutiny. This ain't about me trying to win a popularity contest, fam. I'm trying to leave my kids something. I'm trying to make sure my grandkids have something. I'm trying to make sure your kids have something, even if you disagree with me. You know not what you do. I'm gonna make sure my community is better. I want to leave a legacy. My legacy will not be I kiss ass. My legacy will not be I folded into the system and went quietly into the night. My legacy will not be I was afraid to say something because people might say mean things. Yeah, till you invite me on your platform, and explain to me where them 20 million people went to work at, and explain to me where those 20 million people found housing at, and explain to me whose resources did they get and how was that afforded. Until you can explain that to me, and so we can have that conversation live, because I want people to see it. I want people to hear it, man. I want the Black community to listen to that conversation live, uncut. Until then, anything you say, I don't even listen to, because you don't want to have a conversation live in front of the world. I already know I'm going to win the argument. I'm going to win the arguments. And the people that don't win, because look, I'm okay with it. I don't have to have instant gratification. I want to plant the seed that somebody else gonna water. See, I'm cool with that, man. I learned a long time ago, man. Sometimes it takes a while for crops to grow. My granddaddy used to plant crops, man. Used to have a church. The church had a garden, man. And I used to go with granddaddy down to the garden, and when it was harvest time, we go get the string beans, man. We go get the squash. We go get the fruit. We go get the lettuce. We go get the cucumbers, the tomatoes. You got to pick them when it's ripe, but you can't pick it before it's ripe, right? So how it works is those people that don't want to be fair, they want to criticize you smear tactics because they don't like the message, they can't answer my questions. And they damn sure can't have a debate with me in front of their audience and in front of mine and in front of the world. But what they can do is smear me with their friends, play victim, act like what I'm saying don't make no damn sense. Man, if 5 people came to my house right now, 5 people, I had to find a place to put them, and I only got so much food in the refrigerator, so now we got to ration out the food to make sure everybody can eat. Then the resources going to go up. It's going to be more toilets flushing. My dad would say, hey, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. I can hear him now. Tim, did you in there flush that toilet? Tim, didn't I tell you cut that light off? Close the refrigerator door. Man, I'll tell you, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Pathetic. That was his word. Pathetic, pathetic. I love you, man. I love you. I love you, Moose. I love you. So yeah, man. I know where Black America needs to go, and that is independent. We cannot, I mean, God bless my religious folks. You know, I've become a lot more spiritual. I've become a lot more spiritual over the years, fam. Grief will do that to you. Can I get a 1 if you know what I'm talking about? But I tell you, fam, we're going to have to become a little bit more selfish because we live in a system that don't give a shit. We can't be the only ones being sacrificial. See what I'm saying? They like that about us. They like the fact that Black Americans, got all this religion. Y'all realize we're the most religious group in America of all the ethnicities? Yeah, Black Americans go to the church the most. You would know that was true based on all the propaganda, right? We're the most diabolical. Yeah, we go to church the most. Yep. Our dads spend more time with their kids. Yep. You wouldn't know it based on all the negative publicity we get. But see, the way our system's set up, they benefit from that about us. We got Black people running around talking about we're gonna get our just due in the afterlife. Meanwhile, this is the only life they know we got, and they ain't trying to stand on business for us to get it in this one. Good thing some of us didn't have that mentality, or we really would still be in chains. See, we cannot afford to be the only people living by a system that America has basically thrown off. Yeah. Yeah, and too many of us have ways that we were raised, ideals that we embody, things we were raised on, and we forgetting about that because we listen to some Democratic Party tell us something else and trying to shame us in doing things their way. And they're only doing it for advantage, political advantage, and for money and for special interests. As if they give a damn about people from the southern border or from any other border, as if they are benevolent. Fam, if we cared about people, we spend the money that we spend going into outer space, we spend it ending child trafficking in this country. The amount of money that we gave Ukraine more money for nothing than we spent finding missing children last year. We gave Israel more money to fight a war that got nothing to do with us than we spent on women and little girls being trafficked in this country to combat that. So that's why when people be talking, they be doing all this virtue signaling, nonsense, BS. When I see the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, the Claibornes or whatever, when I see them, man, it made my stomach turn, man. Because when you know things like that, when you know things, it's an insult to your intelligence. It's an insult to your intelligence when you know stuff like that. When you know the average American can't afford a $400 emergency. I didn't say the average black American. I didn't say the average Asian American or the average Latino American or average white American. I said average American. Now, I'm sure demographically it might break down a little bit more in certain demographics. For black Americans, maybe 60% of black Americans couldn't afford it. But I'm saying overall, 40% of Americans cannot afford a $400 emergency. I need you to let that sink in right now. So when we go at each other's throats, right? When we getting round up, when they putting a battery in our back on some nonsense, when we arguing about LeBron James saying something about Memphis, not saying it's not an issue. In fact, that's a better issue than some of the shit we be arguing about. At least that's rooted in something we coming from a place where it caused a conversation that was kind of nuanced. So that's not bad. It's just, you know, some of the angles people hit were kind of silly. He get to say what he want. He got freedom of speech. I got a rule, man. We don't fight for billionaires. We don't fight for billionaires. We don't fight for political powerful people like Obama. We don't get into fights over that. They can fight their own fights. Believe me, if Obama ever was pissed off, if Michelle was ever pissed off about anything, they got a way to handle that shit. They don't need your broke ass trying to wage war because somebody put out a meme or a cartoon. They put out a whole damn dossier on Trump, and you worried about a meme online, a digital meme. They put out a book and fabricated that whole shit. They said the guy was teaming up with the Russians trying to steal the election. He's trying to lock his whole family up for it. And y'all going crazy over a cartoon that he shared on a platform that you don't even have an account on. I mean, come on, man, make it make sense. That shit was in the news for a week. Yeah, I don't fight for rich people. I don't fight for billionaires. They can fight their own battles. So, man, I'm on a tangent now. But I mean what I say, fam. The only way we got a shot, fam, is that we start knowing these facts. We start realizing that we got to stand up for ourselves. It's on us. One thing does tick me off about it is, I know it's people that watch my show who are in the business who wish they could speak as freely. Yeah, they do. You know you wish you was free. Look at Joy Reid. She was making, what, $10 million a year, some crazy number? They fired her like a .357 revolver. Fired her, kicked her ass off the channel, off the network, changed the network name, sliced and diced her ass out of the network, but kept Al Sharpton. Kept Michael Steele. Michael Steele hasn't had a significant broadcast where he said anything that was effective in the 10 years he been there. I'm just saying, don't get me wrong, there's other people there that probably suck too. But I found Michael Steele particularly uninteresting. The same with Jonathan Capehart. Where are these people? You mean to tell me y'all got rid of Joy Reid? And don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Joy Reid. Me and Joy Reid do not click. And Joy Reid, I know you know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Well, everybody in media. Because I done talked about all of them. How you gonna have people on your show that know me and you not know me? Come on, man. Come on, we know what it is. It's that ego, it's just reality. My thing is this is my point. Joy Reid, she gets fired from MSNBC, but they keep people that are less effective like Jonathan Capehart and Al Sharpton. They keep shows. Come on, Johnson. This whole game is rigged. I don't think it'd take a rocket scientist to figure it out. But these people are so captive, after she gets fired, she still can't say nothing. She's such a corporate animal, she even corporate after they fire her and disgrace her in front of the world. She can't even say it. Instead, she complain about other people. She'll go after Stephen A. Smith. What Stephen A. Smith got to do with you getting fired? He talked about you after you got fired. We got people that are still with the network that couldn't carry your purse, woman. And you going after Stephen A. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to defend Stephen A. Smith. The man is a coward. He don't want to have conversations with anybody that's going to give him trouble. He'll take an Anton. Anton ain't going to say nothing. He going to play ball. Matt Barnes is right, and I'm glad to know. It's true what Matt Barnes said about Bill O'Reilly, people doing research for Stephen A. Smith. I already knew that. I said that 6 months ago, maybe longer than that. It was so obvious he was getting talking points from Chris Cuomo and Bill O'Reilly. What Stephen A. Smith know about politics? Like, really? He got no history. What was he doing? He got a whole nother line of work. The point is, the game is so rigged, but it would be helpful. It would be fair or just, or I don't know, man. It's just pathetic. I know they wish they could be free. They wish they got, I want to be free. Yeah, I want to be free. Yeah, I want to be free. They can't, I know they wish they was free. They're not free, man. Now they got money though. Look, I'm free, but I'm broke. They captive, but they got paper. So sometimes it's a trade-off. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Be honest. Because that's how we gotta do. We can't be lying to one another, right? I don't know if I was given that opportunity what I would decide. And thank goodness I don't have to make those decisions. Maybe that's part of the reason for me going as hard as I have. Because the harder I go, the less likely I'll ever have to make that decision. See what I'm saying? You can't be compromised. I remember when I was working contract work downtown D.C., it's a lot of beautiful black women in downtown D.C., federal employment. I was a contractor. That means you make a lot of money, but you don't got no benefits. And you don't have no stability. And they can fire your ass like a Saturday night special. Like a 22. You can just come in and they just look at you. You be breathing. They be like, oh shit. There you go breathing again. Leave, you out of here. They don't even have to have a reason to get rid of you when you're a contractor. It don't work in Northern Virginia. It's an at-will state. They don't even tell you fired. You go home after work and have a message on your phone. Don't come back. But my point is, when I was working downtown, man, I was working in government contractor, federal government. Some of these agencies, right? All these beautiful black women in there, man. I used to have a way I had to make sure you could stay safe, because one of the last things you want, man, I had a friend who got fired for sexual harassment. And that's just because he talked too much. You know, you can't be talking to people, you know. So one of the ways you neutralize the sisters, call them ma'am. Yeah, man. Call them ma'am. I used to do that. I used to call them ma'am sometime. A sister be fine. I'd be like, I don't need no problems. I don't need no problems. Hi, ma'am. How you doing? And then all of a sudden, she looks at you like, oh, this is goofy. I'm like, I'm trying to save myself and you. I need this job. I call her ma'am to turn her off. They was all looking for a husband. I'm like, I'm already taken. I'm taken, and this job is paying bills. I ain't messing this up for you. You look nice, but I ain't making no mistakes. So what I'm saying is, I sort of do the same thing here in media, man. I make it so it's impossible to give me a deal. I'm talking about immigration. I'm calling out the Democrats. Republicans don't want me because they know I tell too much truth. I got Republicans running from me. Michael Singleton came on the show one time. That was it. He's like, oh, his brother trouble. He got away quick. It is what it is, man. And he's pretty solid dude compared to some of these other Republicans, though, that I ran across. It is what it is, man. No need to name them. Let's go to some more comments, man. What we got, fam? What we got? Who we got, man? Who we got? Y'all see I can talk, fam. Lord have mercy. I'll be chill too, just like Down Low, Hughley, and Silly D. Man, it's disappointing, fam. Isn't that something, fam? Willie D. You know what? I'm not going to let you make the excuse that you need money. Everybody needs money, dummy. Everybody needs money. Well, we got to have criteria. Everybody needs money, but you can't sell us all out for you to get a couple dollars. Go make some records with your corny ass. Willie D. You got to watch him, though, man. You got to watch him. I tell you, man, you got to watch him. Willie D said, you know what? It's been a long time since he made a hit. Boy, he had that one song he put out 10 years ago. It is what it is, man. He found a lane, man, but I do not forgive you. I would not give you a pass. You a shield, sir. You a whole shield, Willie D. D.L. Hughley's done. I mean, he been shilling so long, I don't think he know how to stop. He on his deathbed, he gonna be lying for the Democrats. He gonna leave lies about the Democrats in his will to his kids. D.L. Hughley is done, fam. Oh man, I don't trust anything come out of D.L. Hughley, man. D.L. Hughley's just, I mean, this guy, I think he just like he got a podcast or something, man. He's talking about the war. Yeah, he's on Big Boy's show, right? Talking about we already lost the Iran war. I'm like, man, shut your ass up. You know, he complaining about Iran, and I get that. I understand it. But you don't get to write a book about Barack Obama and then come complain about Trump, particularly on the areas of war. You know, Obama dropped more bombs than any other president, like immediately. Obama dropped so many bombs, he ran out of bombs. He dropped so many bombs, he ran out of bombs, fam. He bombed 7 different countries. Now, I think Trump is at 5, right? Trump made up for it because he ain't bombed that many on his first term. But I'm saying, you don't get to write a book. The dude wrote a book about Obama. Didn't mention the wars. Didn't mention the deportations. Now, all of a sudden, here he come on his high horse. All of a sudden, here come D.L. Hughley all of a sudden with a conscience. He was over there praising Obama, kissing his ass. He was over here praising the hell out of Obama, kissing Obama's ass. And Obama had bombed places, was the deporter-in-chief, and D.L. Hughley was quiet as a run-over church mouse. Now, that's quiet. And now here he comes, Mr. Moral Authority, with something to say. Shut your entire mouth, D.L. Hughley. And the bad thing about it is I know I ain't the only one that know it, but won't nobody say it. Everybody trying to get the Willie D money. They like, instead of calling, I'm sorry, get the DL money. Instead of calling D.L. Hughley out on this bullshit, Willie D trying to imitate him. It's bad, man. They got Earthquake trying to imitate D.L. Hughley. And the only person who speaks worse than D.L. Hughley is Earthquake. Oh, no. I was over here trying to get the Democrats, trying to make Democrats get the votes. I'm trying to vote. I'm trying to, it's going to give us another Democrat. I'm over here trying to get my vote on. I said, no, Joe Biden, vote Joe, not Trump. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's pathetic, man. It's pathetic, man. It's Friday, man. Y'all have to excuse me, man. I know. Tim, stay with your boot on their neck. Keep the jokes. See, I'm being very real here, fam. And the Democrats know this. I'm not the only person that knows it. Nobody else will. They don't have the guts to say, D.L. Hughley, shut your short ass up. Shut up. Stop trying to act like you're the moral authority on something. If you're gonna stand on business, stand on business. I have no problems disagreeing with people. But if all you doing now is complaining about Trump doing shit Obama did, and you was quiet then, you have no authority to complain now. You lost your moral authority. You traded it in for money. You traded it in for access. Now you don't get to grow a conscience and tell us how messed up we are, to tell us how foul we are, to tell us how these people are sellouts. How can DL call any of the right-wing type influencers, any MAGA, black MAGA sellouts? How he gonna talk shit about Stephen A? Well, he sold his soul long ago. He don't even got the receipt to his own soul. Come on, man. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Man, let's keep it moving, man. Damn. Hey, could y'all hit the like button? I'll be chill. Man, if y'all 17 likes. Can I get some likes, please? What's going on, fam? What's really happening? Fam, that can't be real. I must be looking at an old message. Damn. Y'all ain't trying to help the algorithm put me in front of people. What's up, man? Likes is free. Now, I had a goal of 10 super chats. 10 super chats. I can't even get likes. Damn. I tell you, man, I guess I gotta start telling more truth. I ain't been dropping enough truth bombs tonight. I'm holding back. See, that's it, man. You gotta always raise the bar. Always raise the bar. Always say, what could I do better? What could I do more of? Is there more that I could provide? You know what I'm saying? You know, because I know that I could always improve. I said I could always improve. I need some help. I need a topic. So we did Willie D. We did Dear Hughley. I appreciate you, Ian. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate you. Hey, look, Ian, I like the hat, fam. That's what's up. What's up, fam? I like the hat, fam. Hey, thank you, Copper. Copper said we're at 129. Dumbing it down said 134. Renatier says we are counting, fam. Wait, Sean, what's up, fam? How you doing, brother? Jorge in the building. What's up, Jorge? The sellouts are selling out the other sellouts and forgetting they're the sellouts too. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I got the right audience, man. Damn it, fam. You know how long I've been looking for y'all? Y'all realize how long I've been looking for y'all? I'm being, man, fam, for real, Jorge. Jorge, I'll be chill. Popo Neche, Copper Band, Ian. Y'all know how long I've been looking for y'all. Andre, where you at? Miss Kitty Catty, where you at? Black Rose, where you at? You know how long I've been looking for y'all? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Bo Robinson, what's up, Bo? I've been looking for y'all, man, for real, man. Real talk. I've been looking for people that I can relate to, that relate with me, that see what I see, and those that don't see it are open to listening and then making their mind up. We don't gotta see eye to eye on everything. All I'm asking is that you be open-minded. I'm gonna do my best to express my point of view, right? In a way that you can easily get. I'm not into trying to drop $10 words when a $2 word will do. We're here to communicate, not try to validate someone's knowledge or intelligence level. I'm here to communicate thoughts. That makes me different than some people. I like it this way. All right? Hey, man, I noticed something. I noticed Jasmine Crockett been quiet. Yeah, I noticed Jasmine Crockett been quiet, y'all. Y'all notice that? She all right? Ever since her boyfriend got shot, she been quiet, man. It's gotta be tough losing a lover like that. Too soon? Or y'all don't think he just was randomly like, I know y'all don't think that they was just friends, right? Come on, man. He was 6'5", built like a mountain. Come on, man. He was a primary bodyguard, fam. What, because he didn't look like Kevin Costner, you didn't think he was the bodyguard? Come on, man. It is what it is, man. I can't make you see it. If you can't put that together, I can't help you, fam. I can't help you. No, I don't have no evidence of it. It's just my intuition. But I'm telling you, man. I'm pretty intuitive. Evil lurks. Miss Kitty Catty up in the building. Give it up for her, man. Miss Kitty Catty's in the building. I knew she was around here somewhere, fam. You know, man, my people, man. I know they be in a house, fam. So I want to, you know, I'm trying to think of a topic. So I'm looking, you know what, man? I don't want to think of a topics. I want y'all to talk to me, man. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Iran's Lego video, The Black American. Thoughts. Fam, hold on a second, fam. I heard about this, but I did not watch it. I heard somebody talking about it. I saw a sister on TikTok having a conversation, right? Okay. Does this have music, fam? Look like a music. Nah, I can't do it, fam. Cause it's got music in it. Nah, man, I can't play it, fam. Here goes, but I can give you my point of view on it though. Yeah, man, I was up to 3 o'clock the other night because I was dumb enough to play that Kamala Harris influencers video. Did y'all see that? That weirdo I put in that weirdo was that was Kamala Harris's surrogate, one of her surrogates, one of her influencers, being all foul mouthed. Man, he got my video. I did a 2.5 hour broadcast. I played his video, it was like 4 minutes. My entire show got a age restriction because of his ass. So now I'm be careful what I post, man. So I had to download my own content, edit it out, and re-upload it. So now, man, I'm not playing nothing with music in it. It's gonna make me be up to 3 o'clock in the morning having to edit a show. But I will tell you this. Iran, we not the help. Now, I don't know who you got rapping for you. I don't know what you paid them. We not the help. Nah, we not the help. We're not here to ride for you against America. Now, you can go ahead and talk to Mark Lamont Hill and Jared Bell, right? I always get it wrong. Is it Jared Bell or Jared Ball? I don't believe in it. I don't believe in such. I guess I'll find out Sunday when he does the movie, when he does the show about me. Look, fam. Black America does not owe Iran anything. We ain't here to help you. We ain't here to ride against our country for you. You can say it's white nationalism. You can say it's phony patriotism, whatever. Fam, what I'm saying is, from a Black American aspect, from an interest of my people, what you got? Forget this moral authority bullshit. What you got for us? Why would we want to go against America for you? You ain't the first country we done did this shit to. You know we don't run nothing in America, but you don't get to wind us up and put a battery in our backs and have us in the street. If we gonna get in the street, if Black Americans gonna get in the street, we gonna get in the street for ourselves. Them days is over. Yeah, the days where you can just plug and activate Black America to go be everybody else's foot soldiers. Them days over, fam. It's over. Finito. I don't know how to say it in Iran or whatever that is, Farsi. I don't know how to say it in your language or tongue, but you can take that and shove it, all right? That dog don't hunt. See, Black America, we have the new era of Black media. We are hipping, updating, awakening, influencing. We're making sure people are aware that those types of mind manipulation, right? Because that's what it is. You're manipulating and gaslighting Black Americans to pretend that we have this kinship. The same thing the Africans are doing, the same thing the Caribbeans are. Everybody trying to do that now. Nah, fam. We have a collateral. We have a collateral, right? And that collateral, that credibility, is Black Americans have been through so much shit in America because nobody was helping us. The collateral that we have, the credibility that we have, the only power Black America has is the power you came by, the Africans came by, the Caribbeans came by, the Latinos came by. None of them can buy it. I'm not saying they want it, they shouldn't want it, because it took dying to get it. It took dying and being treated less than a human being in order to get it. And we didn't ask for it. It was forced upon us. Let's be clear. It was forced upon us, fam. But that collateral that we gave, that we were given, that we earned through death, through degradation, through struggle, through sacrifice, that is not for sale. And we don't give it to you to help your cause. Now, what we have to be is business people. Black Americans got to become business people, not the moral authority, not the conscience and all this other bullshit, man. That mentality has got us where we are. At the bottom. With everybody coming in the country and stepping on us like a step stool or a footstool to get to higher ground. Listen to what I'm telling you, America. If doing what we've been doing is the thing to do, why the hell we at the bottom? If doing what we've been doing is the thing to do, why we at the bottom? And say, look, and if you think I'm wrong, try it anyway and see what happens, because you couldn't turn out any worse. Last time I heard, people want to work to get paid. Last time I heard, people signed up for paychecks. Last time I heard, people negotiated deals where both sides won something. Don't tell me my side, the only thing we get to win is to say, look what we did, y'all, for them. Oh, we special. Oh, we nice. Oh, we good ones, boss. Nah, that dog don't hunt, baby. Them days are over, fam. New Black America, we have to demand more than this. Don't you listen to these old Negroes. Don't you listen to these Negroes. Some of them have built their brand or being benevolent. Bagger Vance characters. Remember Bagger Vance? That was a character that Will Smith played. A lot of people didn't see that movie. Remember this, the Green Mile? Remember the movie with Tom Hanks and Big, what's his name, Big Mike? Oh, come on, boss. Come on. I feel so much pain, Bo. Oh, I'm going to take all that pain from you. What was that, the Green Mile, right? No. See, this is a magical Negro syndrome. Black Americans are supposed to be the group that saves everybody. No. The only reason why we're in a position where we have the moral authority at all is because of the suffering that we've undertaken. And part of that suffering is that nobody was trying to save us. Okay? So that means we don't owe these people anything. We don't owe Latin Americans who come to this country. We don't owe Asian Americans that come to this country. We don't owe anybody anything. Nobody. Oh, they feel in solidarity with us. They be wearing a headband for us and everything. That ain't what we need, fool. That ain't what we've been needing. They listen to our music. They in solidarity with us. You know what? Take your Ebro and Rosenberg ass. That's why you got fired. That shit don't make sense. Yeah, see this do good deeds, be a good little Boy Scout and a good Girl Scout, that ain't helping Black Americans. You know what? It helps everybody else, and it keeps us losing. And all I'm saying is we have to be more strategic. If we help somebody, it's because they're helping us. And we have a mutually beneficial relationship. I don't see that with Iran. What I see is them trying to extract something out of us, and some of us being dumb enough to go along with it out of some obligation to morality. Fam, no. They gonna let us lock up the place. What you gonna do? Work at Winky Dinky Dog for free? You gonna lock up the place? They're gonna let you lock up, give you the keys. They trust me with the key. I get to lock up the place. What he pays you? Oh, nothing. But he trusts me though. He trusts me to lock up the place. Boss like me? No. Your family, your children, and their children, they need us to get off the bottom of the bottom in this country. And that ain't gonna happen with you being a sucker for love. Love yourself. How about that? How about we love ourselves? How about we don't have to prove anything to any group of people? How about we have enough love in ourselves? We love ourselves enough. We say we are good enough the way we are. We ain't got to earn love from other groups. We ain't got to earn love from the Iranians, the Guatemalans, the Venezuelans. We ain't got to earn love from these people. They don't come to this country thinking, when I get to America, after giving up my life savings to be smuggled into this country, after I travel hundreds if not thousands of miles, undergone the hellish travels under extreme circumstances, risk my life, I can't wait to get to America to help black people be free. See, the Democrats got black people thinking delusional. Them people gonna come here and work what Joe Biden say, and work like the devil. They're gonna come here and work like the devil. And you know what they're gonna work like the devil to do? To take your damn seat. To take your damn seat, to take your damn spot if they can, to move on up. Because that's human nature. Human nature, when you are up against the wall, you're human, you have an obligation to your family and yourself. You do not have an obligation to people you don't know to put them before yourself. We're not soldiers. I know we've seen a lot of movies, and I've seen the movies too. I saw Platoon. I seen the movies where the soldiers risk life and limb for people they don't know. I know I've seen it, man. We not them. We are people that been stuck to the bottom of a country we built for free against our will. Them other people, they worked hard too. Don't get it wrong. White people worked hard. Don't get it wrong. Latinos worked hard. Hard-working people. Don't get it twisted. Asians worked hard. But here's the kicker, fam. Wait for it. We worked hard too, and we never got paid. So cut the check. Cut the check. So Iran, respectfully, Iran, we'll listen to you. Send some paper. And I don't just mean to the guy you gave a couple $1,000s to rap on them tracks either. I mean Black America in general. Break us off some of that oil money. Now, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how it would work. But if you want us to team up with you, we're going to need some paper on that. Big Mama need a house. Okay? Because as it stands, whenever black people got a cold, whenever white people got a cold, for some reason, we got pneumonia. All right? So that means we can't be your obedient dog. We can't be your lap dog. We can't be your beast of burden. We can't be your mule. We can't be your donkey. That's what that means. And that means, Black America, no matter what your beautiful heart, your kind heart, your big heart, your benevolent soul, your righteous disposition, your Christian inclinations, no matter what those are, fam. What I'm telling you is we have to think about ourselves. We have to love ourselves. I know we had to cling to faith to survive what we survived. And I get it. Don't get it twisted. I get it. But I love you. And I love us. And I'm telling you, they don't. They don't. Because if they did, they would have showed it first. So yeah, I appreciate you with the question. I think it was I'll be chill too. I appreciate that, fam, because I saw that piece. Yeah, I saw the little, yeah. I saw somebody else comment on it, so I knew the gist of what you were referring to about Iran putting this like using the hip hop and using the black struggle. Everybody want to use black struggle. Everybody want to use civil rights. Why is it they got to use us as the blueprint, the template? Because we're the ones who did it. Now we got the Democrats trying to bring in new people and use everything that we gained, everything we did to help them while we sit back here stuck to the bottom. Not on my watch. That's it, fam. Them days is over, baby. It's over. Yep, work like the devil. He said that, did he? They work like the devil. Like everybody else don't work. Like black Americans don't be working. I don't mean no harm, man. I see some Latino workers. I see them kicking around the soccer ball instead of working sometime and drinking a case of Corona and shit. I mean, I don't mean no harm. Everybody takes a break when they feel like it. Y'all need to stop these stereotypes. Like they the only people that work hard. Other people work. Everybody work. Man, nobody works harder than a freed slave, asshole. We didn't get housing. We didn't get food stamps. We didn't get EBT cards. Now stop that nonsense and buy it into these stereotypes. Buy it into these narratives. These are false narratives. Stop buying into it. Nobody worked harder than black Americans. Black Americans, we was never considered lazy until we stopped working for free. Then immediately, overnight, we become lazy. Immediately, overnight, we become lazy. That's because they try to save face with their white women. Lazy, white, rich assholes tried to make it seem like we was lazy. So they had to hurt us. Well, they just enjoyed hurting us. I don't know if I want to take it there. I'm going to say this, though. A lot of black Americans froze to death and died of starvation. They set us free and gave us nothing. Do you understand that? Nothing. Imagine getting set free, leaving the plantation and only having to come back because it's now wintertime and you don't have anything to build a home with. You don't have, and you have kids. And now you got to go back to work at the same plantation you were on. You got to go sharecrop there, and they give you a horrible deal that you never get out of the debt. And they treat you just the same as they treated you before, but now even worse, because now they don't own you. So they didn't have no vested interest in you even surviving the winter. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we got people that know this history. It ain't like I'm the only one privy to it. So yeah. Nah, fam. We ain't gonna sit here and be taken in by the nonsense. I refuse to allow you, Joe Biden. Yeah, Willie D and I keep saying Willie D. Give me somebody else to talk about. Give me somebody else. Kamala Harris recently said at the Al Sharpton National Action Network that she's considering running for president in 2028. I know Republicans are throwing parties listening to that shit. They so happy to hear that, boy. I know they are excited, boy. Like, yes, she gonna do it again. Who gonna be a running mate? AOC? Or the most uninteresting man alive, Eric Swalwell? What could go wrong? Hey, man, it is what it is. Kamala Harris sitting up there on Al Sharpton's broadcast, just talking, making up shit, laughing at her own jokes. The worst thing about Kamala Harris, man, I'm going to tell y'all what it is. The worst thing about Kamala is she could be a success story, a humongous success story. Anybody know what the Peter Principle is? The Peter Principle is, if I'm not mistaken, as I recall, man wrote a book. And it's a guideline it's a principle. And it's based on this. And if in the system and the belief is this: people are promoted to a position where they become ineffective or incompetent. That people come in and they get better, they get better, they get better. And the reward for getting better is getting promoted to a position of incompetence. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Kamala Harris is only moving up towards positions where she's incompetent. Maybe you're supposed to cap out at senator. She was a good senator from what I could see. I don't know. I saw her having great moments, Kavanaugh moments. The media made it look good anyway. What's his name? What's the little Elmer Fudd looking dude? She roasted the shit out of him. He worked for Trump for a minute. Anyway, she had some good moments when she was questioning people. You know what I'm saying? In the hearings on Capitol Hill, right? When she was a senator. She had some good moments, fam. And my thing is, why come that couldn't have been enough? Why you gotta go be a VP? Then why you gotta try to run for president? Fam, she was already made history. Why do you think you should be president? Fam, she is not amazing. I know you think that it's just because she's a woman. And I would never say that don't have anything to do with it. But that's not the deciding factor, and you know it. She's not great. You know she's not. Fam, she bombed in a number of interviews. When you're a politician, one thing you have to know how to do is talk. Like this live stream. This shit I'm doing right now, no script, make sense, not be boring, not make up dumb shit, but she's supposed to be able to do that. She is supposed to be able to control the room, to control a conversation. She's supposed to be able to answer questions. She's not supposed to do word salad and bomb like Hiroshima in every damn interview. She dropped more bombs than Obama. Okay? And I'm saying, That's not good. That's not good. There's no Iron Dome for the bombing she was doing. All right? And what I'm saying is, it would have been fine. It would have been fine. She's a senator. She became vice president. Fam, this is amazing. First female vice president in United States history. We can't celebrate it. Instead, we got to try to make her president in 2 weeks. So we give her all the money in the world to fail. And then we blame the people that gave her the most votes. It don't even make sense. It makes no sense, fam. For some reason, black men get blamed for this long shot that should have never got a shot. Fam, she should have stayed a senator and been happy with it, and that instead of trying to run for an office she is ill-equipped for. And the only reason why they wanted her to be president, because to be president, you don't have to really know shit. But you got to be able to become president. Being able to become president is what you got to be able to do. And that means you got to have good interviews, good stage presence, have a movement behind you. There are things you got to do, and you got to beat the person that's standing across from you. And you got to have a movement at home. Kamala didn't have a movement. She just had people that wanted to see a woman win. Kamala Harris will be known 200 years from now. She's in the history books. That's not enough, huh? Nah, she got to become president. It's just, to me, it's crazy. Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. LeBron is LeBron. Kareem was Kareem. Steve Nash was Steve Nash. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics, Ray Allen was Ray Allen. You can't make someone be KD. They gotta be KD. Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson. No one made Mike Tyson be Mike Tyson except Mike Tyson. And all I'm saying is, you either Mike Tyson or you not. You either the Prince. Remember the Prince, the guy that boxer did all the showboat and shit? Prince Nasheem. Man, why Prince Nasheem look like Al Roper now? That ain't right. He look like DJ Khaled. Nah, man, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Prince Nasheem was not supposed to be built like DJ Khaled. The point, look, I got a point. The point is this. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, this should be a rule. We should be thankful for what we have. And maybe right now, you're living the dream. Right now, I had to become, look, I'm telling you this because I've been through this. I got to a point, fam, where I realized, I said to stop and say, damn, I wanted all these things in life. I wasn't always this good, y'all. Nah, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I got this good through trial and error and pain and suffering. I don't think there's anybody that can mess with me when it comes to doing what I do. I feel confident in that. There's people that y'all be comparing me to, I'll be like, all right, then. Because I know talent when I see talent. Some people got dreams of doing something else. I used to be like that. What happened was, I got tired of wanting to excel and advance. I got some reality checks about life. And I realized I'm already living a dream. This is the dream right here. I got an audience. I can fight for what I want to fight for. I can stand up tall. Can't nobody tell me what to say. I get to be a free man with a microphone and an audience, and I get to fight for my people, and I get to believe in something, and I get to stand on it. And they haven't locked me up yet. And my kids are mostly healthy. And my wife is mostly healthy. This is beautiful. Why I gotta try to get to the next level? What's the next level, dog? It's like Earthquake said, it's just gonna give us another roof. It's just gonna give us another roof. And that's the thing. It's always gonna be more to go for. So I think sometimes, and I think all the time, I think it's a lesson, like the Peter Principle, when we rise to a level of incompetence. I think some people have their eyes are way too big and they're too ungrateful for what they already have. And maybe you already living a dream. And Kamala Harris was already topped out. She had peaked already. Now what you do is become a better senator. She was supposed to become such a dynamic, amazing senator that the people said, damn it, we need Kamala, because she's amazing. She wasn't supposed to be nobody's VP. She should have stayed a senator, become an amazing senator, become better at being a politician. Come on, man. Come on. But you can't tell people nothing. They believe they're here for greatness. And then we got all these selfish women that want to see a woman so bad in a position. I get it. Doesn't mean that's the one, though. Just because you want it for them. The woman that's supposed to be the first president of the United States will be the first woman president of the United States. That's going to be the person that's supposed to be that. The problem is our system. Our system's so damn corrupt. It keeps a lot of amazing people out of the race. You got to be chosen by the Democratic Party. And they haven't had a primary in 12 years. How you gonna hold anybody? How you gonna hold anybody accountable? How you gonna look at any group of people and say you ain't vote for this person? They could be this in a system that corrupt that they don't even let the people decide, fam. They pick who you get to choose from. In the last couple times, they didn't even let you pick who to choose from. They said that's the one. Now get behind them and shut up. And for some reason, some people didn't appreciate it. Oh no, who could have figured that was going to happen? I'm so surprised. Some people don't like to be held at gunpoint. Some people don't choose to negotiate with terrorists. Some people will say, don't give them your ass to kiss. And out of pride and self-respect, they walk the hell off. Yeah, that's some people. You got no choice. You got no choice. Malcolm Rex up in the building. What's up, fam? I know that's your body right there, fam. And see, that's the thing. You think D.L. Hughley even knows that passage? You think D.L. Hughley even knows it? See what I'm saying? See, I'm back on D.L. Let me leave D.L. alone. Angela Bassett. Shit, Viola Davis. But you know what, though? I want to say it. I want to say these people are amazing. These women are amazing. Right? But she had good moments against, what was the dude's name? The Attorney General. What was the Attorney General's name in Kavanaugh? She made Kavanaugh turn all types of red beet color. You know, when you turn red beet color under questioning, you know, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, she had some good moments though, as a senator on Capitol Hill, as some hearings. Some of those hearings she did pretty good. And I'm saying she didn't have any real good moments like that as VP. The best she did was in that debate against Trump. But then when you put her in an interview, when she don't have prepared remarks, when she don't have notes from her team, Ninja. She was horrible. Horrible. She's so bad. ABC had to pay how much money? $500,000 to some crazy number. How much? $2 million to Trump? Because they doctored the interview to try to hide how bad she was? Fam. 60 Minutes. CBS. Y'all realize that? Look, Plushie's on the sauce. That's Willie Brown did that to that woman. Willie Brown, Willie Brown, downtown Willie Brown. Okay, guys, before we leave, I gotta call out somebody. So look, I need an idea of somebody that needs to get this business. Because you know that's what we do. I used to have a segment called Calling It Out. So I want to, look, I don't want to be that guy, but I guess I got to be that guy. Because I can't leave y'all tonight without going in on somebody. Somebody deserves to work tonight. I got my great Timberlake Wolfpack in the building, y'all.
What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
I know somebody's got a suggestion. It's somebody that needs this work.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Somebody deserves, I'm going to give a couple minutes to let this thing catch up with me because I know somebody's got somebody on X. I got people on X watching. X, tell me somebody that deserves to be called out for their nonsense. Facebook. I need y'all involved now, man. I need Facebook to stand up. Stand up, Facebook. I need y'all attention. I'm sure y'all got somebody at the top of your mind. Somebody that you know deserves to get this work. Melania. Melania. Oh. Oh. Damn. Tulsi Gabbard. Look, Dave said Kelsey Gabbard. Yeah. Yeah. You called it Kelsey. She still works for Trump, man. She be on hiatus. Tulsi, Tulsi, Tulsi Gabbard. What is her favorite liquor? Al Sharpton, Bibi, Karen Bass. Look, Raymond Tears, I would do Roland Martin. But I've been, I see people that don't even do black content no more. Now they get into the act. Now they want to roast Roland. Man, sit your ass down. I saw you. Oh, Tim gets some traction. Let me get out here. They coming out, they got something to say. Go back to talking about Candace Owens. Go back to talking about guys. Go ahead. Don't come down there. You good. Go back over there. Go back over there, sister. Go back over there and talk about the white people stuff. Go ahead. Go talk about Nick Fuentes and Pat Bet-David. Go ahead. It's okay. We good over here. Soon as they see a brother get a little traction, here they come popping up. It's your punk ass. Lame. Lame, lame, lame. 19 keys. Okay, so look, let me comment on Melania. I'm gonna give a couple minutes to Melania. Let me tell you this. Now, I'm not gonna pretend to know everything about Melania's speech, because her voice is so annoying I could not sit through it. Yeah, her voice is even worse than Kamala's. That takes doing. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking for a chalkboard and some nails. Please, somebody run your fingers on a chalkboard, please. I can't hear Melania's voice anymore. Please, please, please scrape the chalkboard, please. Here's the thing, Melania. I don't know what kind of game plan this was, but I'm going to tell you this. When you try to come out and make yourself the victim that supersedes the victims of any type of abuse, and you try to make it seem like the real person who needs some thoughts and feelings need to be considered is me. She must have went to the Erica Kirk School of Bad Timing. Yeah, the Erica Kirk Bad School of Bad Timing and horrible decision making politically. I don't know what she was thinking, man. That is bad. And you know Trump couldn't stop her, right? Maybe she thought she's doing this to help Trump. I don't know, man. But I can't think of a worse thing to do than to make people want to know about victims in the Epstein files. If people online are going to say shit, it's the internet. They have the internet in Russia. Wherever you from, they have it. Belarus, I don't even know where she from. Hey, fam, you coming out talking about it only makes it talk more. They only gonna talk more. You just fed the algorithm. And it's a bad look. To try to upstage and to try to play victim, to distract from victims, and that's how it seems, it's a horrible look. The only person that looks worse than Melania Trump right now is Gavin Newsom's wife. Yeah, Gavin Newsom's wife looks bad too, but I think Gavin Newsom's wife looks worse because we need to know that his wife is a cuckoo bird. You know? Melania got the speech thing, like the third language, the fourth or fifth language, whatever it is. I don't know. Bad enough, you got photos of yourself with your cookies out. Now you talking. No, we don't want you talking. No talking. So that's all I got to say about Melania, okay? Horrible. Terrible. Terrible. Charles Barkley, terrible. Can I go to 19 Keys, fam? That's interesting. Hey, listen, man. I tell everybody, I'm not a person I don't think I've ever watched the 19 Keys broadcast. But I watched the O'Shea Duke Jackson broadcast. And from O'Shea Duke Jackson, I've learned about 19 Keys. Let me just say this, fam. It looks like he was dumping on FBAs, dumping on his idea, dumping on their lineage, dumping on people feeling good about themselves, and the galvanizing of Black Americans to say, you know what, we need to stand on business for ourselves. That is nothing negative about that. Of course, any group of people, if you get 10 people together, I think it was George Carlin that said, people are great individually, but when you put them in groups, bad things can happen. And he says more than that, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Any group is going to have actions and, people saying things. I don't co-sign everything people say who might use the hashtag. That's crazy. But 19 Keys went too far. He went too far. You know, look, I never met Tariq Nasheed. We not friends. I don't know that dude. But I like the idea, and I'm going to rock with Black Americans. It doesn't matter what the name is called, right? It doesn't matter the name of the group. If my people are trying to galvanize and build something that's positive, something that makes us stand on our square for each other, I support it. That's it. That type of thinking is important to me because I'm about bringing us together, us, Black Americans, and us moving forward as a group. I'm for that. 19 Keys trying to make this about CIA plans, anything of that nature, to me was just a low blow. To me, it stunk of him and his relationships with Africa and those people there who can make his life better. And the backlash that he got from that, and now I hear he's changing his tune. Fam, a little too late. Yeah, a little too late because nothing's changed about FBA. We didn't change nothing. So why are you changing your tune? Nothing has transpired this before you called it out and said it was an operative and a grift and all this shit. Like, whatever. Everything's a grift when you're not involved in it. Everything's an operative. Everything's a conspiracy. Fam, we got people that haven't never met each other online who are galvanizing around an idea. And that idea is just that we are a collective people. And there's nothing wrong with that. All other groups already have it. Puerto Ricans have it. Dominicans have it. Nigerians have it. Why can't we have the same thing? That's because everybody thinks they have some type of hold on us. So, 19 Keys, your apology or whatever that was, I don't know if you apologize. It's a bad look, young man. It's a bad look. Unless you plan on moving to Africa. And then you can go hang out with Akon. And you can let that be your focus. But if you're going to be here rocking with us, not everything is to be said. And definitely cheap shots are not to be taken. That was unwarranted. It definitely should have been avoided. And all this metaphysical shit, I don't know. Sound like, I don't know. I don't know what you're metaphysically about. These influencers basically doing self-help bullshit. You know, people will say that's a grift. Yeah, people say what you do is a grift. Trying to help black people get it together. And how's you make your money? Helping black people get it together. Come on, man. It's like the guy that teaches you how to be a millionaire, and he became a millionaire by selling you a book on how to become a millionaire. It's like a cycle of corruption and grifting. It's bullshit. You know? Next. Godfrey. And Godfrey, I've spoken about Godfrey way too much. I will say this. There's a guy with I saw a video on TikTok with this white guy. It's calling Godfrey out for all his misinformation about black people. I told y'all, man, Godfrey be doing a lot of pandering. He's a panda bear. Godfrey is a panda bear, fam. He manipulated black people because he needed to build a lane for his career. He'll take a kernel of truth, spin a yarn to try to endear himself to you. And now that he sees another lane, look at him. Look at him embracing the new lane he in there. He gonna be talking less and less about black Americans now that he's found an angle to talk about Africa. He's gonna do that. He's doing that. And so it's gonna be a lot less talking about black Americans. And that's good. That's fine. Godfrey be pandering. That's all. I like his impressions though. He's talented. I like that. I like Ari Spears. I like Godfrey. I like their comedic abilities. In fact, Aries, he seemed like a jackass, but he seemed to be funny though. And I didn't really get that initially about Aries. But yeah, I think Aries, I see some of his crowd work. You seem funny, man. So stick to being funny. Stop trying to talk politics, Aries Spears. Stop talking politics, Godfrey. Just be comedians. It's okay. It's okay. Why come the comedians just can't do comedy? It's good. The guy that I don't know, the plumber don't need to know how to fly planes. It's okay. Stick to plumbing. What Ice Cube say Friday? Stick to playing checkers, Checker George. Play checkers, Checker George. Yay. You need to stick to playing checkers, Checker George. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Stick to playing checkers, Checker George. Gotta. Van Jones. Yo, where's Van Jones? Ian, what happened to Van Jones, fam? I ain't seen Van in a while, man. I know he was some white lady cooped up. Van be doing his thing, boy. Van a trip, man. He was a snow bunny. Dr. Umar need to go find Van. Van crazy, bro. Yeah, Van Jones crazy, man. I'm just being serious. Van Jones is funny, though. Real talk, Van Jones is funny. I mean, if people can't see through these characters, the D.L. Hughley's, the Van Jones, if y'all can't see through that, man, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Van Jones is so obviously full of shit. That brother is not, that ain't him. Mike Epps said it once about, he had some of his partners that he hang out with, and then he bump into them in public, they be with their girl and shit. He said they be acting totally different than they act when they girl not with him and shit. Y'all see this? Mike say, oh, that ain't him. That ain't how he act either. He a different person, acting all wholesome. That ain't how he really is. That ain't who he is. He be lying. That ain't nowhere near how he be. That's what I think about Van Jones. Whenever he talking, or seeing it crying and shit, I be like, that ain't who Van is. Van a different guy. That's what I believe. Van was running through video vixens. Now he try to act like Mr. Progressive. Man, they just be politicking, man. Everybody be doing politics. Van Jones, he's staying under the radar for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Who know what Van doing? I bet if we looked at them divorce papers, it'd be some of them divorce papers about how Van really got down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Van is full of shit. And a lot of them are. It ain't just Van, but I can tell. Van is not Van Jones. Let's make sure we talk about the same Van. Van Jones is that who he appears to be. This is all smoke and mirrors. It's all image, it's branding. The messy truth. The messy truth is Van is really messy. That's what I think, fam. Cory Booker, oh God. Oh, please. Cory Booker or that lame melanated female Supreme Court Justice. I don't care to know her name. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Fam. You know what it is, right? You can see through them. And that's the thing. We come from a people that can see through our people very, very readily, right? It's very obvious. And one thing that Black Americans, one thing that we hang our hat on, one thing that we know that's very much culturally about us is authenticity is important, right? We're heavy on authenticity. And I don't mean, look, I'm not trying to make it a racial thing, But I gotta say, the whole corporate BS, the BS corporate culture, that's white culture. That pretend to be nice shit, that pretend to like people, that pretend to be polite. That is white society. That is white culture. Black culture is that built on authenticity. It's built on people being true to who they are. So that's why we give each other the issues that we give each other. People say we always turn each other down. Now, it's just culturally. Authenticity is so important to Black Americans. Part of the reason why Black Americans survived slavery, Jim Crow, Black codes, is authenticity and being able to see what Black person was trustworthy and which wasn't. This is in our DNA, fam. See, part of the survival of Black Americans as a people was our ability to determine who was worthy of trust and who wasn't. Who was gonna go tell massa? Who was gonna go and lie, or who was gonna blow the spot? Who was gonna snitch? Who could keep a secret? Right? This was part of our survival technique. We don't make it. We don't survive that horrendous history without having that ability to have that third eye, baby, to be able to see through it. So some of this, what some people regard as us turning each other down, is just that engagement, is just that mechanism, that survival instinct. You can't cut that off and on. It's on. It's in your DNA, fam. So when you see a Cory Booker and he's up there, oh, come on. We have to have more love. We have to have more understanding. We have to. Meanwhile, he taking all the APAC money. He took all the pharmaceutical money and then voted against us. You know, we had a bill on the floor that we was going to get our drugs from Canada, which would have cut the price of our medical, our pharmaceuticals in half. Cory Booker voted against it. Then turns out one of Cory Booker's primary donors was the pharmaceutical industry. Y'all know that about Cory? Yeah. Cory sitting up here talking about we need to get corruption out of politics. Meanwhile, Cory Booker takes all this money from AIPAC. I mean, come on, Johnson. So Black Americans, we see through the nonsense. We see through Cory Booker. And we not going to pretend like it's okay to be a lying piece of garbage. We can't. It's not in our DNA to pretend that that's okay. So we got some Black Americans that don't understand that they're going against everything that's in them. Everything. It's coursing through your veins. It's in your DNA strands. This is who you are. You can try to fight it, but you're going to have all types of trouble. It's going to drive you to drink like Kamala, to go against yourself, to go against what's in you. And some of it's in her Jamaican father. I believe it. Okay? So, look, man. You have to accept it. So Cory Booker is full of shit. He's been that way for a long time, right? And that's who he is. In fact, Cory Booker did so bad when he ran for office because Black America can see through him. We see him from over there. We see him coming. That brother ain't like that. That ain't who he is. That's not him. You can tell it's not him. That brother ain't real right there. He ain't real. He a knockoff. He playing a role. He gaming. And you know what? White people can see it too. They just accept the phony. Because in their culture, you let people be phony. The phonier the better. Being phony is fine. All that Southern nice shit, all fine. It's all bullshit. But in their culture, that's acceptable. It's the person that can bullshit the best and pretend to be upstanding. They like that. But it's the opposite for us. We reject it. Okay? And that's who we are culturally. And that's one of the reasons why they prefer not to choose us, because we are different. Culturally, we are different. Now, I don't know how black people are across the pond. I don't know how the black people are, the Z-ways, the black women that they get that come from the UK. I'm thinking of these people. The Trevor Noahs from Africa, the black people that look black, but they're not black Americans, but they are black in their country. They're not even considered black in their country, considered whatever their country is. I don't know what they are culturally. But I think maybe they are westernized to the point where they've lost that essence of themselves. And maybe they never had it. I don't know enough about their backgrounds. But here in America, authenticity matters. It matters that you are who you say you are. It matters that you are walking the walk. And we'll take you imperfect, but we won't take you fake. Yeah, we'll take it imperfect. We'll take an imperfect sister, an imperfect brother, but we won't take a fake ass. White folks culturally will. And they will reward you for playing a game. Black Americans will only respect that when you play a game out there with them, but then when you come home to us, with our community, you're being authentic. That's different. But if we sense you playing a game on us, you run a game on us, nah. We reject you. And that's Cory Booker, that's Tim Scott, right? That's just two that comes to mind. They the same guy. That's why I tell people, I say, if you're going to tell me that Tim Scott's a sellout, but you want to say that about Cory Booker, then you don't know the game. Then you can't have a conversation with me, right? Because that means you caught up on parties. You don't even have your dial adjusted. We need to readjust you. We need to drop squad you. We need to reprogram you. Your program is faulty. We need to upgrade your operating system. We need to install some service packs, right? We need to do some hardware. We need to refresh your image. You understand what I'm saying? Your wiring screwed up. Your iOS needs an update. All right, fam, look. I want to thank the Tim Black Wolfpack. Those are the members of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Those are my VIPs, man. VIPs, thank y'all for coming through tonight, man. Thank y'all for being here. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm hungry as hell. I didn't eat them. But I got a salad waiting on me. I'm doing the right thing. See? Cheekbone. Now, I want to thank y'all for being a part of this show. People that can't become VIPs, fam, I want to appreciate you for sharing this show, for letting people know about it, for helping spreading the word. That is amazingly important to this show because we run on people. We don't run on corporations. We don't run on parties. We run on the people. So that's it. That's all I got. Look, have a great weekend. Stay courageous, stay bold, but most of all, stay dangerous. My name is Tim Black, and you've been just watching the most dangerous show in America. It is dangerous, not because we're going to do something to you. We're dangerous because we are not beholden to any political party, and you never know what I'm going to say because I stand on business. We don't fight for parties, we fight for the people. I love y'all. Have a great weekend once again. Thank y'all, Wolfpack. Thank you. Moderators, Ebony, Black Mamba, Buck, if you're out there somewhere. My people, for coming through. It's all about the people, fam. Yo, there you go. I don't dislike Godfrey. He is funny and he is a panderer. And that's not the worst thing to be, fam. There's way worse things to be. I agree with you. But, I get to call that shit out. I ain't say cancel them. I never even, you know what? I never use terms like that, fam. I don't call for people getting canceled or people to lose their jobs, lose their money, none of that. This is content. But I'm right. I'm real. All right, that's it. Everybody's got reasons for doing what they do. And fam, I know you got your reasons. Here goes some of mine. Peace.
Now